It worked! The can is huge! And the band is huge! And you're... Oh, no.
Hey, welcome to Weekend Ticket, where we'll be showing you what's new in theaters this weekend, what's new to watch at home on Fandango now, but let's start off by talking about the biggest box office numbers from this weekend. The Invisible Man has been cited all over the US. The Blumhouse update on the classic H.G. Wells story opened to $29 million this Leap Day weekend. That's good enough for not only the highest debut of a horror film for 2020, but also the highest horror debut since It Chapter 2 last September. The social thriller stars Elizabeth Moss and only cost $7 million to make, so the positive word of mouth should stand to make a hefty profit and potentially reboot the Universal Monsters series that was refashioned after The Mummy underperformed in the US in 2017. The anime movie My Hero Academia Heroes Rising had a Plus Ultra debut week, taking $10 million since its debut on Wednesday, February 26th. The popular Japanese manga franchise follows a group of students who are aspiring to become professional superheroes at the Hero Academy. This is the second feature-length film in the series, which also has 4 television seasons on its report card. And finally, Bad Boys for Life seems to be box office top 5 for life. The Will Smith, Martin Lawrence action comedy surpassed $400 million worldwide this weekend, and it will surpass $200 million domestic within this very week. The long overdue sequel has become the highest grossing film of the year so far, but each film has leapt past the other in regards to global box office, with Bad Boys 2 having the previous franchise high of $273 million globally. On to what's new in theaters this weekend. We start off with the long-awaited 22nd film from Pixar, Onward. In this brand new story set in a fantasy world, 2 teenage elves find a magical staff and use its magic to bring back their father. Kind of. Now the 2.5 family members must set off on a journey to complete the spell before it wears completely off. Of course, this is a Pixar movie, so it has a huge A-list cast. This one stars Tom Holland, Chris Pratt, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and Octavia Spencer, just to name a few. And as you'd probably expect from a Pixar movie, you might cry. When asked, Chris Pratt suggested bringing 4 boxes of tissues, which, like, 1, that's pretty emotional, and 2, at that point, just bring a beach towel.
I cried hearing the pitch to this movie. It's very emotional, it's very moving. I don't say that as like a selling point because I know that this movie's gonna sell itself. It's Pixar. Everyone knows Pixar. They know, Finding Nemo. They know Up. They know Toy Story. And I think, though, the reason I was so moved and why I tweeted about Grown Man Tears is this is a relationship about brothers. It's a relationship about longing to meet a parent that you've lost. And just those themes resonate throughout. And they're very moving. And it's rooted in Dan Scanlon's real story.
The Way Back also hits theaters this weekend. In the film, Ben Affleck plays a washed-up alcoholic former high school basketball star whose life has fallen to pieces. When asked to take on the role of coach for the current basketball team, he sets off on a path of redemption for both himself and the team of struggling players. Ben Affleck has said filming this movie was an extremely personal experience for him, as the character shares a few parallels to his own self, and he even got his weight up to 245 pounds in an attempt to get closer to where his character's physical state would be. Now let's see what's new to watch at home on Fandango now. First up, we've got Jumanji 3, aka Jumanji The Next Level, which sees the return of The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan, as well as new players Danny DeVito and Danny Glover. Longing for fantasy of the Jumanji world, Spencer jumps back into the game. Concerned about their friend, the rest of the gang jumps back in too, but this time they're forced into different avatar bodies. Even worse, Spencer's grandfather and his grandfather's old friend get sucked into the game too. Now they must somehow work together to face new challenges without dying to things like mandrills, ostriches, snakes, and of course, cake. Jumanji The Next Level currently has an audience score of 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, and in case you need to catch up on both Jumanji and Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, they're both available on Fandango now. And honestly, if you haven't seen the original Jumanji, you should just go do that right this very second. Oh, unless you're afraid of spiders. They probably already left. Queen and Slim is also available to watch at home. When a couple on a date has an intense run-in with the police, it ends with an officer dead. Now on the run, the couple has to trust each other and strangers as they unintentionally become a powerful symbol of the community. Jodie Turner-Smith plays a defiant lawyer named Queen opposite Daniel Kaluuya's character Slim. The film marks Melina Matsoukas' featured directorial debut. Matsoukas is known for her work on HBO's Insecure and has directed several music videos for Beyonce. And as far as award season goes, Queen and Slim has won 9 awards to date, including 4 Black Reel Awards. That's this week's Weekend Ticket. Leave us a comment and let us know how you think Onward and The Way Back will do in theaters this weekend. I'm Kale Anonymous, and I'll catch you next Tuesday with more box office numbers, new releases, and new movies available to watch at home on Fandango now.